Then you need some case studies, right? Well, that can be your excuse for the site. I'm giving this away for free because I know these methods work, but I don't have any proven case studies yet. So I'm looking for case studies for people that want to grow with me. And this is going to be a very expensive system down the road. So this is, get in on it now because but you promise that you're going to let me use your testimonials or, use your case studies as we grow. That then becomes the whole core of your landing page.
My ex-boss used self-hypnosis to lose like 100.
Oh, that's a good one. We didn't even have that up here.
Yeah. Now he eats like a dog. He says he eats one meal a day. Yeah, for like the last 15, 20 years now.
I just thought of something I want to throw out before I forget about it. Talking about product creation, like there's a lot easier ways to go out and create products than sitting down and writing a 200-page book. Like as we move forward, our idea of product creation is not to write it, but to like record a conversation, record an interview, record us talking about it, or talking to somebody else about it. If you're doing a case study, you're interviewing them. So you record all of it, and then just have it transcribed. So that way, it just takes you like an hour or two to create the product instead of 9 months or whatever.
Well, what you're sitting in right here is a product creation. This will be a product by what, Wednesday?
So then if you have it transcribed, you have the written part of it as well. So you just created a 200-page book in 2 hours or something.
And if you're really smart, it becomes your products. You seed your products to other products. Because this product is going to be a preview of NPOD in the Trenches, which is going to be the 3-day intensive where we roll up our sleeves. We work with a close, knit group of people, one-on-one, max attendance of like 40, 50 people, and we break up into groups over a 2 or 3 day period, and we'll launch from beginning to end like 3 business models, and we'll take it through that process. It's going to be really intense, but we're just going to get it done. And it may not be perfect. There may be flaws in it, but we're going to do something. And then we're going to fix it from there after we see what our results are. So I also want to throw that out to you because you'll start to think through, like when you start to understand what your whole model is, and what your goals are for the back end and additional products and so on and so forth, you'll start to see all sorts of opportunities as you're doing this and how you can seed one thought to the next, and you can use your products as marketing pieces as well. Not saying that you don't give good value. Of course you give good value. But you use them to sell your next product because there's people, and it's the whole concept of I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. When your customers get in heat, they're in heat. And they're only going to be in heat for that limited window. So you want to market to them as much as you can possibly get it, because if they're not getting it from you, I guarantee you they're getting it from somebody else. Case in point, you guys are here at this seminar. You didn't get it from me. This should be my seminar. Why? Because I missed the boat. I missed the punch. I didn't get to you guys quick enough. You follow me? So here you are learning because you're a holic about what you want to learn about. Right? Make sense? It relates back to what I said earlier about the magic pill. You can't, well, I shouldn't say you can't, but you're going to have a tougher time selling somebody something that they know is going to have to fix them.
Yeah.
But if you have a magic pill, i.e., I'm going to show you a little secret mental formula, by the ancient Mayan ruins that was discovered on secret scrolls that we just happened to stumble over as we were digging out of, our you follow me? Yeah. And it taught me a secret technique in the mental game and how to meditate in a certain way that I automatically reprogrammed myself, and then, oh my goodness, the weight just poured off. See, this is very different than saying that, we're going to work on you and we're going to, you follow me? Very different. So you got to be careful in this niche, I would think, in terms of how you position it. Right. So here's some things that I would be thinking about as we're going through. I'm going to leave this because we have the core of what we, let me move this up. So a new age approach to weight loss, right? We got a core thought down here. We're going to niche it from the beginning. Be, do, have is going to be the underlying concept somewhere in there from the product development side. We need a good story.
I'll work on the headline.
Okay, I just want to get down like the core. We need a good offer, and then we can break down because the headline is going to encompass all of this if we're smart. What do we need? We need a CTA, call to action, with urgency. You know, plausible reason.
Need our benefits.
Benefits.
Need a back end.
Smaller one.
Back end, or how about sale? Even let's just call it the sales process because I want to expand that to just from back end to process because I want to make sure that because the way the NPOD model, people tend to jump the gun and they think immediately about the product. I want to again keep it in its purest form so that we can get to this quickly. But the sales process is key. Obviously, we're doing this to make money. Where are we going to do that? What is our monetization plan? How are we going to, you know, what's the whole key? So those are the key things. Can somebody write this down in case we end up erasing it again? These are the key things that we're going to do. A new age approach to weight loss. Be, do, have is going to be the underlying principle. We're going to niche it from the beginning so that we want to build whatever the sales process is here for this, however they relate. We want to create that sales process in a way that we can niche it so that we can immediately adapt the sales process for as many other niches as we can think of as quick as possible once we get the model perfected on this one niche, right? And that's one of our concepts that we're doing from the beginning. The whole core, this is really tied to this up here, is this concept here. So that's really the core. These are be, do, have as part of the core. Yes?
Exactly.
All right, see how far we've come in very little time? That was a half an hour. We got something here, guys. I mean, this stuff isn't hard. It takes a little bit of conscious focus, but I mean, we're narrowing it down, and then boom. Okay, so let's think about some really, let's tie the story, the offer, and the key benefit of the new age approach to weight loss. Like, why is this different into some sort of concept, the why to the story behind the story that we can then turn into the reason for, as you're going to hear John Carlton talk about, the hook that's going to pull them in, and then we'll turn that into the headline. So what could be our story? I don't want to have any limits here. I mean, like I was just joking around, the ancient Mayan ruins, and we stumbled over the scrolls. That's the shit that works, right? So, I mean, let's be as outrageous as we possibly can. This is not a time to limit ourselves. This is a time to just get wild. And then we'll figure out how, I mean, I'm not saying lie, by the way. I'm saying let's get buck wild, and then let's figure out a way to have it be the truth.
Digging a pool in your backyard and stumbled upon a ancient Indian burial ground where they had their secret to
Ancient Indian burial ground. Okay, what other kind of niches? All right, has anybody?
Think and grow thin.
Ooh.
Self-hypnosis
two
secrets. Self-hypnosis secrets. So there's some famous hypnotists from way back when that they passed on their secrets of self-hypnosis to
Shangri-La weight loss plan.
Whispered from ear to ear, only whispered, never written down for fear of the secret being stolen.
until now. Well,
Until now. We've broken they wouldn't teach it to the daughter because she was going to get married and go outside the family. They'd only teach it to the male son.